Today we're going to compare the Juwels Air Plus and the Leclerc Influencer, two higher-end ultra-compacts that can often be quite useful for travel or to complement a car-based or urban lifestyle. So let's jump straight into it then, looking at the advantages and disadvantages of each model in turn, and focusing on their differences in terms of child comfort, ease of use, longevity, and driving characteristics, before ending with a discussion of under what conditions and uses one might make a better purchase over the other. And starting off with the Air Plus, the model clocks in at 6 kilos and folds down to 53.5 by 45 by 21.5 centimeters. It can take 22 kilos in the seat and 5 kilos in the underslung shopping basket. When it comes to child comfort, the Air Plus's seat can be adjusted from a nicely upright position down to a near flat recline, made extra cozy by the slight curve of the backboard. Shifting between these settings, at least in and out of the upright position, involves unzipping a rather long zipper, which is a bit annoying, though this feature is admittedly responsible for the seat being somewhat more upright than average. As far as the dimensions of the seat go, the Air Plus has a width of 38 centimeters, a length for the sitting surface of 76, meaning the combined lengths of the backboard and baseboard, though this can be made longer if you purchase the leg rest accessory, and also a total longer length of 108 when counting in space beneath the canopy and the distance to the front frame mounted footrest. Looking at other aspects of the seat insert is well padded and the fabrics feel quite premium. And, when fully extended, the canopy provides good sun coverage, while also being a bit wider than usual, which helps when sun is coming in from the side. As far as use with a newborn goes, the Air Plus has a pretty awesome bassinet available for extra purchase that collapses and can remain attached to the stroller when folded, and car seat adapters are also available that can fit a variety of seats. Moving on to parent comfort, the Air Plus's handle stands at a fixed height of 106 centimeters, while the shopping basket is pleasantly accessible in the way it extends off the rear frame. The model has a simple, handle-operated, one-handed fold, self-stands when folded, has a stretchy shoulder strap for easier carrying, and the folded dimensions are within the IATA's guidelines for cabin luggage. As far as how the Air Plus feels to use, the model has a sturdy, rigid feel with solid connection points and a lot of cross support, and even the smaller mechanisms on the model, such as the folding buttons on the handle, feel better fitted than what one finds on a lot of similar strollers with comparable designs. Looking at driving, the Air Plus has average-sized wheels for an ultra-compact, 6 inches in the back and 5.1 in the front, as well as at least some degree of suspension, both on the front and rear frames. And as such, though the model is primarily made for smoother urban environments, it can at least handle a bit of stuff like broken sidewalks, finer-grained gravel, and well-kept lawns, without either being too uncomfortable to drive or taking serious wear as a result. Moving on, the Influencer weighs in at a slightly heavier 6.6 kilos and folds down to a larger 56 by 24 by 47 centimeters. It can similarly take 22 kilos in the seat, but only 3 kilos in its underslung shopping basket. When it comes to child comfort, the Influencer's upright position is a tad more sloped than the Air Plus's, and its recline isn't quite as deep, though both positions are still quite nice versus similar models on the wider market, and the mechanism for adjusting between these positions is easier than with the Air Plus. Size-wise, the Influencer seat is narrower than the Air Plus's, at 33 centimeters, while the model has a length for the sitting surface of 87, which in addition to the backboard and baseboard, includes a generously long inbuilt adjustable leg rest. And there's also a total longer length of around 120 centimeters when looking at space beneath the canopy and the distance to the front frame mounted footrest. A couple of notes to make here are that, though longer than a lot of other ultra-compacts, the Influencer's backboard is shorter than the Air Plus's, 46 versus 53 centimeters, which impacts head support in the reclined position, and also that there have been a few complaints of too much room between the backboard and the central buckle, making the model sometimes a little less comfortable for children under a year old or so. As far as the textiles go, the Influencer has decently padded and wear-resistant fabrics, though they do feel a little less premium than the Air Plus's in my opinion, while the canopy, though extending roughly as deep as the Air Plus's and not exactly providing bad sun coverage, has an uncovered ventilation section positioned a bit more centrally in the canopy than with the Air Plus, which can let in light. As far as use with a newborn goes, the Influencer also has a bassinet available for extra purchase, though it's a bit oversized for the model in my opinion, and similarly has car seat adapters available that fit a variety of seats. As far as parent comfort is concerned, the Influencer's handle is fixed at a shorter 100 centimeters, which is not undoably short in my opinion, but will definitely be less comfortable for taller parents, while the shopping basket is both a bit smaller than the Air Pluses and a little harder to access. When it comes to folding, the Influencer auto-folds, meaning that after activating the buttons on the handle and giving it a little flip, the stroller essentially folds itself, down to a self-standing position. Once folded, the Influencer doesn't have a shoulder strap, though the bumper bar can be used as a handle. The folded dimensions of the model are a bit above the IATA's guidelines, though it will still fit if you remove the rear wheels and bumper bar. When it comes to the general feel of using the Influencer, the components are fitted a little looser than on the Air Plus, but the bars are also thicker, giving the model a somewhat chunkier but roughly equally as solid feel overall. Lastly, looking at driving, the Influencer has similarly sized wheels and also has both front and rear frame suspension, making it capable of tackling the same sort of lighter rough ground that the Air Plus can handle when you need it to. So which one of these should you get then? Both of these are quite nice models in my opinion, with the Air Plus having advantages with its longer seat back, more accessible basket, smaller folded size and ability to fold with the bassinet, both of which give it an edge for travel, as well as lifestyles that involve a lot of situations where you'll need to carry your stroller, and lastly, the fact that the model comes with a significantly better guarantee. While the Influencer, on the other hand, has that inbuilt leg rest, that nice auto fold, which may be argued to give it an edge for car-based lifestyles, though the difference in folding effort is somewhat negligible. Comes stock with a bit more stash than the Air Plus, as you can see if you watch our unboxing videos for these models, and lastly, is often a cheaper buy, depending on where in the world you live. I'd also like to note with the Influencer that there are actually several versions of the model, with Leclerc strollers all being variations on the same chassis design. So despite some smaller differences in some cases with the information in this video, you could also look into their other models to improve various characteristics, such as terrain capability with the Influencer XL. In any case, we hope you found this video interesting, and if you did, please subscribe, as a sort of support really helps us to continue making videos in the future. If you'd like to know more about either of these models, we have standalone reviews that go into a lot more detail, and links have been added in the description. In addition, if you're currently shopping for a stroller, we have a buyer's guide on our Patreon page which lists a wide range of models that we recommend, with a lot of technical and lifestyle related information. You can find it by following the link in the description as well. Thank you.